intro for everyone, or shall I?
Thought we were gonna do it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Meltman of Gaming Philosophy. Welcome back to Dark Shadows. I didn't know if I was doing the intro or not because last time you may have noticed that M wanted to do the intro and we let her have at it. So I thought she might want to run again. Apparently not.
Yeah, because I was being a brave little bird, but now I'm not being a brave little bird.
Oh, it was epically cute when you did the intro. So, I mean, if you ever feel brave again, M, you know we'd be more than happy to hear you do the intro.
I'm not cute. I'm darkness. Roar!
Okay, and someone has thrown the bed command at me, so I will be stepping away. M, you could use this time to go ahead and bring everybody up to speed while I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Well, I did give you all a handout sheet inside your character area, so it just sums up the entirety of the mystery in general so far. Once it loads up for me, I can actually do good. Here we go. Okay. So where we last left off our heroes and hunters, there has been talk of shadows and nightmares around the town. Surprise. The source seems to be a black humanoid cat person that looks like Felix. Casey, Caporiel, Zandora, and Leon have been watching over Felix and basically staking out the good old-fashioned hospital. Leon and Caporiel have had nightmares on the realistically bad side, and the team was about to head over to the safe room in the museum, where Jessica hasn't slept for 4 days and has also been kind of, well, schizophrenic about trying to figure out what the heck this monster's doing and why. Felix has been in the hospital since Monday. It is now Thursday, and he's been asleep ever since Saturday. So, with all of that out of the way, we did leave our heroes inside the van. Both Leon and Zandora have decided to, well, Zandora was called out to meditate, and so he went off and did his own thing, leaving the party alone. He just straight up walked out of the van and left the party to their own demise. And Leon, from the stress, had decided to kind of also at 2 a.m. in the morning walk out of the van, leaving Casey, Caporiel, Casey and Caporiel inside the van. Casey and Caporiel have driven the van over to Jessica's little safe house inside the museum. And now we're there. We're at the museum.
All right.
So I'm assuming I am still invisible at this point, right?
Yes, because Leon still has your ring.
And Leon's not with us, right?
No, he is not.
Casey sees the passenger door open and then close. Are we like in a garage or?
You're outside of the museum.
Parking lot.
In the parking lot area. So it's to the side of the museum, the right side of the museum. It's a little bit shaded over because trees are hanging and all that. You're in the shady area of the parking lot.
Oh,
Where
okay.
Casey likes to park.
Is it like daytime or?
It's nighttime. It's
Nighttime.
3 in the morning. It is Thursday morning.
And just to intercede here, yes, guys, I know all about the booping in the live chat. That's entirely why I put that image on screen. For all of the boops going on in live chat.
No one's booping me. How dare? Okay. Anyhow.
Oh, M's feeling left out on the boops, guys. I think we might need to go ahead and fix that.
Okay.
Just saying.
Caporio, what are you trying to do here?
I go up and I test the museum door to go inside.
You test the museum door, or you go through the museum door?
I'm trying to open it because I've kind of gotten used to being in a physical form.
Your hand goes through the door.
She shrugs to no one else's knowledge, his ability, and just walks in.
Casey, are you going to walk over into the museum?
Yes. Did anybody notice the door to my van open by itself and close? I mean, like, anybody stand off watching around see that?
There's a drunk man across the street that saw that happen. He kind of just looked at his bottle and then looked at the van and then looked at his bottle and took a double take a few times before pouring out the bottle.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna shake my head, make sure that the door, after everybody gets out, make sure the van's all locked up and secure, and then head inside.
Keep in mind, it is 3 in the morning, so not a lot of people are around.
Oh, this is good, because, you know, I would hate to go ahead and explain, dang, they're putting robot AIs into everything these days. Because that worked out great for me last time.
That's always your go-to, isn't it?
Hey, you know, everything's getting automated these days, right?
I mean, yes. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so, you all go into the safe room where Jessica is frantically, like, pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She has not slept, by the way, in 4 days. I must reiterate here. She has not slept in 4 days. She has bags under her eyes. Her hair is a mess.
She has a cot in the museum that she uses for sleeping occasionally, right?
There are 6 rooms that are, like, built for, like, one of them is hers.
Mm-hmm.
You all know that one of those rooms is hers, but she has not stepped foot into it. It's quite, quite evident. The evidence is on the cake here.
The evidence is on the cake. Okay.
She has not
cake
slept.
walk is what she's saying.
She has not slept at all.
So while she's go ahead and getting ready for this meeting, everybody's getting settled in, I'm moving over to the tea kettle. And I'm pulling the lavender tea out. And I'm brewing a cup of it.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk over to her. Say, you look like you could use this.
Yeah, I probably do.
After this meeting is over, you're going to take one of the rooms and you're going to get some sleep.
Okay.
If you don't, I will find a way to convince one of the Scarlet Sisters to sell me a sleep spell. And you will get some sleep.
I've never heard sleep sound so threatening before.
That was like the subtlest most threatening I've heard Casey ever.
He's just threatening her with sleep.
The Sandman cometh.
Oh god.
The Sandman is exacting his due.
Not to be confused with the Sandman perk from Fallout 4, because that's completely different.
Good job.
It kind of
Good
sounds
job.
like it could be a Stephen King movie or something.
The
You definitely
Sandman.
are, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
god, I would so
There's
totally
Rachel.
watch the crap out of that.
Especially with Stephen King. Okay. I think he made a book about that. I don't know. Meh.
Oh god.
She takes the tea and she starts drinking a little bit of it, taking tiny sips, and you can tell she's like in her sleep-deprived state. She understands you weren't trying to be very threatening with the sleeping, but she's a little bit afraid of you.
She knows I couldn't hurt a fly unless I was doing it because there was a damn good reason, but she also knows that I care too damn much. So
Yes.
A random floating crumpet comes out of the kitchen, gets handed to her, and then another one floats over to the couch and gets attempted to be eaten on the couch.
No, you can eat it still.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, it disappears.
chugging tea. Really? Oh, vodka now. Okay.
No, okay, stop that. All of you. Behave yourselves.
Death Wish coffee.
Death Wish, come
No,
on.
bad captain. Oh.
Death Wish is awesome. Anyhow.
Oh boy.
So she goes over and sits on the couch near the once floating crumpet.
Okay.
And she's just holding her mug a little bit. Like she's still frazzled. Definitely.
Sounds like Casey should do something like walk up and massage her shoulders or something.
Hold on.
Telling us to hold on.
Yeah.
While he does that, I'd like to attempt to become visible again.
Roll your weird.
Okay, so that looks like that's how given trouble there. You rolled an 8 for the weird.
And I have a +2 on that.
You're semi able to be seen. It's
So
like you're still spectral, but you're able to be seen. People can tell you're there.
And then I slowly turn my head over to Jessica and then go, "It'll be okay."
Thanks, disembodied head.
Oh, and then she looks down. Oh dear, so sorry.
You're slowly becoming like able to be seen. That's why she said, "Thanks, disembodied head."
I was looking for a long time for like a, tired Miss Frizzle. I even went, since I think River Song from Doctor Who kind of also looks like Jess, I tried to look for an exhausted River Song picture, and I couldn't find anything. And in my epic searches for like just someone that's utterly exhausted, I only found one picture that I think really fits, but it in no way fits the situation perfectly.
Okay, well, once that pops up on the... Oh, there we go. I mean... she's kind
my
of
God.
there.
That is tired.
She is
that
sort
is...
of there. Okay.
I
Casey, are you
looking
gonna-
up exhausted River Song gif, and this popped up. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of hitting her tired level,
Yeah.
but
a little
it
bit
doesn't
on
fit
the-
too well
the
unless she got turned
mark.
into a child. Okay, moving on.
Are you gonna sit on the couch near her and ask her some questions here and there, or nah? Because it is still 3 in the morning.
I am going to go ahead and try to go ahead and help her relax. And I think someone made the suggestion that I should go ahead and give her a shoulder rub. And I will go ahead and, as she's sipping her tea and calming down a little bit, because last time we did this stream, there was some absolute frantic nature she was going on. I understand that she's under a lot of stress. So I will go ahead and touch her lightly on the shoulder to see if she would welcome a shoulder rub. If she jerks me off, then I'm not going to do it. But, you know, kind of go into what might be a light tap, like, do you want a shoulder rub? And just to see how she reacts.
She nods.
Okay.
Like a small nod, like, yes, please, thank you. Can you sit by me?
Yeah, so I'll sit down and start giving her a shoulder rub. What? Do I need to roll anything for giving a good shoulder rub? I mean, I don't know how that works.
No, this wouldn't be a roll.
This would not be a roll.
Okay, we'll just go with it then. I'm not going in
not doing
too
anything.
extreme. I'm just going ahead and, you know, nice and
It's
slow
just
and
like
relaxing.
a gentle, slow, relaxing shoulder
Yeah,
rub.
she
takes a few
needs
more
to get some
relaxing
R&R in.
steps. She takes
If
a
I
few
had the
relaxing
money, you know, spa day, I'm sure she would
Yeah.
appreciate that. But we all know
I mean,
Casey's.
you have money.
Well, my family has money. It has never been explained how to access it. So, yeah, I'm not going to assume that I automatically, because I'm part of the founding families and I'm just discovering
No,
that.
I mean, Casey, you do have money. In your online bank, you do have money.
Yeah. I do have some money. Where did I put the note for that? Let's see here. Yeah, cash on hand, $450.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would be enough for at least a good, decent spa day. But, anyhow,
Okay.
as you're massaging Jessica's shoulders to kind of chill her out a little bit, she takes a few more sips and then puts the mug on the coffee table in front of y'all. And slowly just like starts leaning in on you, and then she falls asleep.
Okay.
So I think we should continue this meeting in the morning.
I think that would be nice. Can someone get the door to one of the spare rooms as I try to pick her up and carry her over there?
Are you gonna carry her bridal style?
Yeah, what, you think I'm gonna carry her fireman style?
Just sling her over your shoulder, Cat.
Yeah.
She's a bag of potatoes now. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that to her. She would be
Just
awake.
drag her on the
It would
floor
wake
by
her
one
up.
leg.
And that's not the goal. It's just scoop under, lift gently, carry over. Not potato sacking.
Okay.
God
Good.
bless.
Caporiel, are you gonna attempt to open one of the doors to one of the rooms?
Yes.
Help out. Okay.
The one that I am assuming is hers.
Well, that would be the first one to the left. So yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
According to Jack Stank Rogers, fireman style is the kidnapping way.
Yeah.
There
the
is no
fireman
kidnapping
style-
going on here.
Fireman style is definitely the kidnapping way.
This is
but
adult
there is-
napping.
This is
Let's not go into that.
enough. Chill. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want YouTube to get all hypersensitive about this stream and then decide that they want to delete my comments for this one.
Tutorial mark experience.
So
So what
She walks
happens
into
to
the
the
door.
door?
Caporiel just walks straight through the door.
She's
When you
standing
have
on
a
the other
teammate-
side, still wondering why Casey's not following in.
when you have a teammate that's a ghost, and she doesn't get how doors work sometimes. I'll look to the rest of the group. Like, anybody want to help me out here?
There is no rest of the group. There's only you three.
That's how tired Casey is. He's seen ghosts that aren't there.
Apparently so.
Sure. Why not? can I somehow try to, from like underneath her, reach and grab the door handle to try to, without...
I think that would be a, what role would that be? Let me look here.
Can I provide any kind of assistance to that role when I realize that the door is so closed?
I'm sure you could do better than me.
Have you seen my rolls?
Okay, so here we go. Okay, here. Casey, you're attempting to, bridal style and kind of hold out your hand.
Yeah,
and keep
it's
your
literally,
balance.
you know, like the hand that's under the leg. I'm just turning
Yes.
the doorknob, and then I'm
Yes,
going to
I
use a
understand that.
foot
I'm
to edge
I
the door.
understand that.
Okay.
I understand. Let
Okay.
me explain, please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You're trying to do this whole balancing act whilst also not waking up your girlfriend.
Well, she's technically not my girlfriend, but we're really close, so we'll see.
They just haven't made it
Corporeal,
official.
Corporeal,
Uh-huh.
please roll your weird once more time.
Come on, something or other.
I get the feeling Corporeal's gonna level.
I
There
am
we
not
go.
being naughty, Jax. Calm down.
Corporeal, you open the door right as Casey tries to attempt to turn the knob.
So basically, the door smacks into my hand.
No, it opens the other way. It opens away from you.
Oh, it
Casey.
opens in,
opens
not out.
towards-
Oh, well, that's probably good. I'm like, okay. And then I'm going to, as the door's moving, okay. Corporeal face through the door to open it from the other side. Because reasons.
Yes, that was intentional. It just
Melt
seemed
gets
easy.
friend zoned by an NPC coming up. No. My character exists, as far as I know, in the friend zone. He doesn't get friend zone. He's fighting to get out of the friend zone.
You know
Let's get
how
this
many women are
straight.
chasing Casey right now?
I would like to explain to the audience here. Jessica has already friend-zoned Casey before. She has been strictly business and only business with him. But as of recently, she did give him a scarf that she made. So he's slowly, gradually getting out of the friend zone. But he's still kind of in it. Just saying here, okay? Okay.
Melt is the friend zone. Thanks, Tigress. Thanks.
Oh.
Story of my life. I can't tell you how many friends that I have that I would have rather dated that were female, but hey,
Anyhow,
it happens.
enough of Melt's love life.
Yeah, or lack thereof.
Yes, or lack thereof. Mel,
Mm.
Casey, you start to put Jessica down on bed, and as you're doing that, you suddenly feel a wave of exhaustion around you.
Uh-oh.
As you try and attempt to get back up from putting
Must fight exhaustion. It would be too awkward if I fell asleep on top of her.
you turn and you see a very abnormally large smile of a toothy grin.
Can I roll tough to resist the sleep?
This wouldn't be a tough roll.
A weird?
This would be a weird roll, but I'm gonna say no.
I have a weird of 0. Come on. What's the
Do I
chance of me
notice,
actually succeeding?
Very high.
I'm gonna say no still.
Dang it.
Do I
mean, look
notice
at your
the
charm
grin?
rolls. Swear to God.
Yeah, look at your charm. But
It's
anyhow,
only charm that I ever roll good on. I roll crap on everything else. That's why I was saying,
Okay.
come on.
Casey,
Okay.
you get extremely weighted down by just exhaustion.
I forgot
And-
there was a sleep demon. No wonder why she's tired.
And Corporeal, you also feel exhausted. In fact, you feel
No!
so exhausted fall asleep right there.
No!
Out of
No!
curiosity, which story are we on?
We're on KC's.
No, I mean
Height
of
as
the structure.
building.
What? Oh, you're on the underground level.
Underground level.
Mhm.
Okay. You kind of see her fall half into the floor and then settle, just like zonked out.
Apparently when ghosts fall
but-
asleep, they kind of merge with the floorboards. Got it.
It's a little bit glitchy. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow,
I think I've seen this before, only it was in a video game.
Casey. Casey.
Casey's final. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. Casey, your last sight is, in fact, this humanoid cat of shadows.
Yeah.
Staring directly at you.
Yeah, of course. You know, he forgot the whole dream demon thing was a thing that they were dealing with. So, right when he's about to fall asleep, he's like, oh, shh.
And then he lands directly on Jessica.
Yeah.
So, no way.
Oh, calm down, Cap. I
All
saw
right.
it in live chat.
Are we ready for this?
What is this, M?
Uh-oh.
You were setting us all up to fall asleep.
I know.
Evil.
I know. So,
Evil
are you all
keeper.
ready for this?
Ready
Okay.
for what?
Mel, you wake up in a cabin. A wooden cabin, to be exact. Redwood. You're in a bedroom. And as you look around and, like, get a general vibe of the room that you are in now, you see that it is a 10-year-old girl's room. And you are, in fact, 10-year-old.
I am
10 years
10
old.
years old.
You are 10 years old, but you are not the 10-year-old girl.
Okay then.
As you look around and observe the room a little bit more, and it reveals more to you, you see a 10-year-old version of Jessica practicing her magic.
Okay.
Within, I want to say, 10 seconds, sorry, of seeing this and watching her do amazing little tricks with like water and doing potions on her little dresser with the mirror. She's got a dresser with the mirror and the cute stuff. She doesn't use it for makeup. She uses potions. But you hear a older woman's voice say, "Jessica Frizzle Crossfire!" And
Jessica's full name has been revealed, folks. She is Miss Frizzle.
Taking notes.
It seems that the dream also has kind of put information into your brain that was her stepmother shouting at her as a 10-year-old Jessica is in the middle of practicing her spells.
And
She hurriedly and rushed. She rushes to like gather up all of her magical items and put them inside the drawer. She immediately is like tensed up and is in a nice little white dress, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just before she opens the wooden bedroom door, you see one crow on the dresser.
Like a taxidermy crow, a familiar
No.
crow.
Like an actual live crow that's not a familiar,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
All right.
And she rushes out, opens the door, and are you gonna follow her?
Sure, because this doesn't sound like I'm, dealing with you know, the evil stepmother scene from, like, you know, Sleeping Beauty. I mean,
Or
Cinderella. I mean, yeah, let's follow her and see how this turns out.
You rush through the door, and now you're suddenly in a new part of the woods.
Okay, then.
Jessica is now 17 years old. Tears are rolling down her face as she kneels on the ground. The autumn leaves have just fallen, and she is having quite the pained expression on her face. I would like for you to roll your sharp for investigate a mystery.
Okay, then. Give me just one moment. What time of day is it?
It is
9.
11 in the morning.
So it's kind of afternoonish. Alright. Yep. I'm looking, just getting you an autumn forest picture before I roll the sharp.
Ah, you're getting a picture for the audience. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah,
Finally.
like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Dang it. Submit my roll. And now,
Well,
Ooh,
he's
that's
rolling that.
sharp.
why can't I get this picture to stay? There we go. Oh, God bless that roll.
God bless that roll? Why God bless that roll? Oh, God bless that roll. Shit.
Yeah, that is a high roll.
Yeah, I'm one away from
I'm
a
sorry,
perfect
people are
roll there,
messaging
so
me.
yeah. Again, the
Yeah.
dice seem to love me tonight.
Okay, good job. Let me pull up the sheets. I apologize. Frazzle Dazzled is M. Where the
I can
heck-
confirm
okay,
the
there we go.
hairdo especially.
Shush you. Shush you. Okay.
Jessica is M's sister, confirm.
Shush! No, Jessica's not my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need to confirm.
Jessica
that
is
then,
a
though.
fictional character. She is an NPC in a campaign. Nothing more. Don't read things into things, crazy people.
No, besides my sister's name is not Jessica. But anyhow, investigate a mystery on a 12 plus. You may ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery, not just the listed ones of what happened here, what sort
Why
of
is
mystery
Jessica
it-
upset? I
Hey,
mean,
it's direct.
Yes, it's very direct. Upon looking closer, you notice that Karath is standing in front of Jessica. He is in a business suit and holding a gray stone as big as his palm. It seems to be a memory of Jessica's. You are sharing her nightmares.
okay.
She seems to be crying because the stone itself looks like it's either taking away or giving her magic.
Okay. So she was practicing magic at 10. And now she's being presented a stone at 17 that is either taking away or giving her magic.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds very vague, but okay. I only get one question, right?
I believe you only get one. Let me look at it again.
Okay.
That was a 13. I think that's the maximum amount of questions there.
That is a 13, but keep in mind, on a 10 plus, hold 2, which means he can ask 2 questions.
Yeah.
So can I ask two
That was
questions?
only one question. Yes, you can. Ask
What
your second
exactly is the stone doing?
Casey the sleuth.
question. The stone looks like
Detective Casey.
the stone looks like it's taking away her magic.
Okay.
Oh.
7 crows fly overhead.
7.
After a few minutes, a married couple comes to the rescue of Jessica. Casey, you recognize this couple from the case files that Jessica had shown you.
Okay.
These are Felix's parents.
Mm-hmm.
The scene swirls around you in a blur now, as 8 smaller crows land on your head and your shoulders.
I have to figure out what the significance of the crows are at some point.
Casey, you are now standing in front of Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
The Jessica that you know and love.
Mm-hmm.
She speaks to you in a rather firm tone here. Casey, you failed. And you are a ghost now. And I can't have you around. Get out.
Oh, snap. Okay, so his biggest fear being a failure, and then all of a sudden, okay. Through what is going to be like a shot through the heart there, that 1, he's dead, 2, Jessica is calling him a failure, 3, she is kicking him out of her life, it sounds like, and that's how he's going to take it. What can I roll to resist the wave of grief that he is feeling and to realize that this is just the machinations of that bloody dream demon? Is there anything that I could roll?
Let me
to
look
resist
here.
the emotional feels of damnation.
Wouldn't that be cool because he's trying to stay cool in the face of this?
I think that would be cool, yes.
Oh, what's my cool?
It's 0.
You have no chill.
Go! Ha ha!
Okay.
Oh, god dang it, Tigress. Right now, blushing.
Is it called a dream on? That's what we're calling the dream
Scroll up to
demon?
Tigress's
Dreamin'.
last comment.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, boy.
Oh! Tigress!
Bad Tigress, spritz.
I love
Oh.
this so much. Okay, anyhow.
Out of
Mm.
curiosity, since I fell asleep there,
So, okay, yeah.
Just hold on. Hold
So-
on. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
At the end of her saying, "Get out," you see 3 crows. And then you all wake up.
Okay, so it was 1 crow, 7 crows, 8 crows, and then 3 crows?
Yes.
So 1, 7, 8, 3. That might be important later. Let's try to remember that because it sounds like that might be important. So, Mrs. Knife Run, what do we see next?
Well, it's morning. Casey Caporiel, please roll your weird.
I think I typed it out right.
so when I'm rolling the weird, do I have to put anything in or will it automatically add my +2?
I believe it'll automatically add +2.
What is with the dice for tonight?
Yes!
Caporiel, you wake up first.
You hear the floorboards moaning and then I get up.
Oh God, in the world where I hear floorboards moaning.
They were really turned
Hey, at least I'm not hearing a heartbeat coming from underneath the floorboards. That would be actually much creepier. But at the same time, it still has a certain amount of creep factor to it, okay?
I don't think I just... I didn't choose quite the right word. You know that sound you make when you wake up, but you don't really want to wake up.
It's a groan. It's like
Yeah.
The floorboards
Yeah.
groaning actually sounds like something that you could actually hear in a house that's like settling at the same
That
time
seriously
too.
sounds like an Edgar Allan Poe poet sort of thing.
Oh, God.
But I love it. Okay, anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Casey's
on.
not chaining
So-
someone to a wall and breaking
So
them in.
after about a minute, Casey, you wake up
Mm-hmm.
after Corporeal, and you notice that you're still on top of Jessica,
Oh boy.
who is also fluttering her eyes awake.
I'm going to quickly make sure that I roll off and like go for making sure that I'm putting a blanket over her. Don't wake up yet, don't wake up yet, don't wake up yet. I can't have you find me like this. So I'm probably leaning over her, pulling the blanket over.
I need you to roll your cool.
I'm trying to hide the fact that we effectively fell
You gotta
asleep
play-
together, so
You gotta play it cool, man.
gotta play cool,
come on.
play cool.
Oh god, he's playing it cool.
Shiz.
What is with the dice rolls tonight?
I don't
Roll
know.
20 is never this nice to any of us. What the heck?
Oh, last time, unless I was rolling charm, everything was a fail. So my question is it going to go ahead and wait until I roll a charm roll and then completely torpedo me?
Matter you're in the middle of combat and it's about to leap and nom on your face and it fails.
We're
That's
just
beautiful. It's just beautiful. Anyhow, yeah, you keep your cool in this. You immediately just like are, please don't wake up, please don't wake up, please don't wake up. I don't want you to wake up. No. And just put the covers over her and just casually walk backwards out of the room and close the door.
it never happened.
After about a few minutes, I think you sit on the couch or go into the kitchen and make some tea. Most likely what Casey would do.
English breakfast sounds about right.
Corporeal's already attempting to cook eggs.
Corporeal, you can't. You didn't even open the fridge.
Attempting, keyword.
I know, but I'm over here. You can't. You can't even open the fridge.
Can I roll my weird?
No.
All of a sudden, I imagine like broken eggshells everywhere.
No, she can't even get the eggs out of the fridge. That's what I'm saying.
Casey hears clunking in the fridge and doesn't realize that's because the egg carton's being slammed against the inside of the fridge door in an attempt to break them out.
I'm gonna go ahead and look over at the fridge and raise an eyebrow and be like, "This isn't gonna be that scene from Ghostbusters, is it?" You know the one. You know the
Oh
one.
god, that one.
Ooh.
He says it under his breath and everything.
So you're going to open the fridge?
Yeah, I'm eventually gonna go ahead and after I've got the kettle on and everything, I'm gonna open the fridge to see what the heck is going on.
Egg
You
carton
open the
flies
fridge.
at his face.
Yep. The eggs.
Roll to dodge.
I would love for you to roll to dodge.
What am I rolling to dodge a flying egg carton?
Act under pressure. It's your cool.
Why?
It's your cool. Oh, mark experience.
Yeah, it had to happen eventually, right?
At least it happened here and it wasn't the monster eating your face.
All right. Boom. That is, I think, enough experience to level.
You just level up.
Yeah, I think it just leveled up.
Okay.
Let's see
Go
here.
ahead and pick your thing and then explain it to me. We'll do it after the. We'll yeah.
Okay, so
We'll get to explaining the things after the campaign.
okay.
But yeah. So as eggs splat into your face, Jessica comes walking out, kind of groggy and sleepy. She even has one of those hooded blankets over her.
Oh. This would be incredibly cute if I could enjoy it and not be sopping wet with egg mess.
Corporeal
I am
in
going to go
embarrassment
ahead
poses.
and get a towel and clean my face off in the sink real quick.
Okay,
Those
you're
eggs
doing
jumped
that. Corporeal is doing what now?
She's kind of crunched up into the fridge because she doesn't realize she's not really confined by the space. And she notices what she did, and just without even breaking gaze at Casey, slowly closes the fridge door.
So I open the fridge, black. I go to get a towel and clean it up, and the fridge is.
Yep, it's basically that.
Well, it could have been worse.
Jessica comes walking over, and she doesn't really say very much of anything. She seems to be kind of afraid of what you will say.
Well,
Because she probably has taken notice, like you have, that you both shared the same nightmare last night.
Okay, so I finished cleaning my face off. Do I know that she's standing there and she seems a little lost in her own thoughts?
She's lost in her own thoughts. She's getting cups and drinks, and yes, you do notice this after you wipe egg off of your face.
Okay. I make sure that I don't have anything on me that would be messy. Then I go up to her and I give her a hug and say, when you want to talk, I'm here.
She starts to kind of cry a little bit. You see a few tears coming out of her.
I just hold her and let her
eyes.
cry. Try to be there for her. In the back of his head, he's like, God damn it, she's crying. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I just hold her and let it see if it passes. God, is there something else I should do?
Her tears subside after you just continue holding her, and she kind of starts doing a small rocking motion. It's very small, and I don't know if you notice the rocking motion. That's what she does.
Just go ahead and start rubbing her back. Trying to be as comforting as possible. Mentally, absolutely panicking because, oh God, it's getting worse. Is it getting worse or is this normal? Damn it, I'm no good with women and they cry. He's trying to be like the cool guy that's trying to be, you know, supportive and caring, but at the same time, he's absolutely panicking mentally.
Really, Tigress?
She...
Yeah.
Nice job, Tigress. Yeah. She stops crying, and she wipes out the tears out of her eyes and sort of like brushes it off, like, oh my goodness, the Sandman must have really like come and given us a good visit, I guess.
Now look at her, like, look her directly in the eyes and, like, the look is very much, if that's how you want to explain it. But the offer still stands. Just giving her the look that's, you know, very concerned, but very understanding at the same time.
The fridge door slowly creaks open in the background. Something kind of falls on out, and the fridge door is just left open as the cupboard door is now open.
Good morning, Corporeal.
The cupboard door stops mid-open. Morning.
You had a really good yoke with me, didn't you?
You want some eggs?
No, thank you. I think I've had plenty.
By the way, it is
Good,
Friday
that's
morning.
all.
What was that, Em?
It is Friday morning. Just letting that all sink in there. It's Friday now. And Jessica goes over to the now made tea, takes a glass of tea in her mug, starts sipping, and she starts rubbing her temple a little bit. I don't normally have nightmares like that, so...
Well, we don't normally have a dream demon about. Or a dreamin'?
Dream demon?
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. We could just call it Dean and keep it nice and trigger punchy. Dean the Dream Demon.
Dean is his name now. Corporeal attempts to take a plate out of the cupboard. Does she succeed?
Is Corporeal half asleep, though?
No, Corporeal is awake, but still trying to get used to the fact that she is lacking her ring after she was relying on it for so long.
Roll your weird. You almost drop the plate, but then you catch it in mid-air.
Haha! Ghost tricks! I'm gonna start a show.
Oh god.
Corporeal, where's your ring?
Last night was really weird. And she puts the plate onto the counter, picks up a heap of egg, sets it on the plate, and then intends to put the plate in the microwave to cook the egg.
Corporeal, don't do that. Let me cook breakfast, please. Get out of the kitchen.
Oh snap.
Jessica's just like immediately gonna be very protective because this is her kitchen. Get out.
Wow.
Corporeal goes into the living room.
Go watch cartoons, Corporeal. Do something else.
Oh.
I'll get breakfast set up, and she starts making homemade hash browns, gravy, eggs, pancakes, even all of that. She'll do bacon as well. It's just a whole big old orange juices on the table as well for food that she dishes up. She calls you both over after she's completely done, and most likely, possibly, occasionally letting KC help her out.
Oh.
With the pancakes specifically.
Okay.
And once all of it's done, she says, "Okay, dish up." And after everyone like settles in, dishes up their stuff, gets all their food together, you all go to the table. You hear the museum's front doorbell thing, the entrance bell ring.
Oh,
And
I
you
can
all
go check on that.
You all go up and see who it is.
Out of curiosity, am I still only partially visible?
You're fully visible now.
Okay, cool. Who is it?
You all walk over to the front desk and see a very familiar face.
Hey guys, what's going on here? Oh,
Felix!
oh, you still got a little bit of something on your head there, Casey. think it's
Corporeal.
April.
Corporeal runs on over, gives Felix a hug. Welcome back to the land of the living.
And just to remind me, he's visible.
Corporeal is visible, yes.
Yeah, I missed you too. What happened? Apparently I was in the hospital for a week?
Yeah, and you have an evil twin going around giving...
Oh, what?
You have a twin.
There is a cat-like entity that seems to give people nightmares.
Oh, okay.
You
that
know,
makes...
a dream demon, if
kinda-
you will.
Okay, that kind of makes more sense.
And it kind of looks a bit like you and, you know, like a demon at the same time that happens to be feline. So, I mean, you know, I think we're going to go ahead and, because it's a dream demon, I think people said, what was it, dreamin'? Or
Yes,
just,
dreamin'.
we'll just call it Dean, so that's less confusing, or more confusing. I don't know. But
Dean the
I prefer
Dream.
the term nightmare fuel station attendant.
yeah, nightmare fuel station
Jet-
attendant. Yeah, I'm sure.
Jessica steps up to greet you, Felix, and she says, Felix,
Hmm?
your hair color's changed.
He's gonna actually walk. Is there like a mirror nearby or something?
There's like a polished shield
Hmm.
that you can see yourself through.
Well, that's a little strange. I don't remember dyeing my hair. Unless there was magic? I don't know. Weird.
We should get into the safe house area. Come on. And you all go back to the safe house area.
I'll
in
bring
the
some
living room.
spare pancakes for everyone. Hey, he's been asleep for like a week. He might be hungry.
weak. He might be a bit hungry, yeah.
And I'm sure
I
we
kinda
have
to go
plenty
easy
of
on the food
pancakes.
at the moment.
Corporeal takes a pancake and starts eating it.
So, corporeal, why aren't you corporeal, I guess?
Well, turns out giving the ring to other ghosts is a no-no.
Also, you're a little fainter than usual.
Yeah, I've been a little bit out of practice at having to think about being visible.
Well, just that normally I can see you clear as day even without your ring. You're a little indistinct. I don't know what's going on here.
Do I notice anything weird about Felix?
Roll your weird to detect some weird.
Also, god dang it, Melt.
What?
is Melt? God dang it, Melt. Really?
You just noticed it now? It's been like sitting there for a while.
I just noticed the Deadpool.
Hey,
Yes.
you said
Sorry.
pancakes.
Roll your weird, or
I did.
you did? That's a 9. That's the 9.
Yeah.
You notice that the sparkle inside Felix's eyes is no longer there, but in fact replaced with a different sparkle.
I decide to test something, and then I just go, poof, and then turn myself invisible.
Huh? Where'd corporeal go? Did she teleport?
Yes,
Did you
I
go back
have
to the bakery?
teleportation now. It's the response from the air where she was.
Do I hear this?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I can't see you. Like, at all.
Okay.
He doesn't see it, but she is literally waving his hand basically on his nose.
Why is it so cold in front of my face?
No reason. She pats him on the head and then walks away.
This is Jessica, by the way. Felix,
Yes?
have you been having any nightmares this entire time you've been asleep?
Oh, No, actually, for once. I've been dealing with nightmares since I was a little kid, but no, this was, even though I was out, this was probably some of the most relaxing sleep I've had in, God, years.
So, I have a theory.
Kind of
What's
weird
the
dream,
theory
though.
there, Casey?
On instinct, I want to say it could be bunnies, but I don't know how many people get the reference. But here's my actual theory. Felix has been having nightmares for the longest time. And he's also had this supernatural connection to seeing things that most people normally can't. He goes through a traumatic sequence that caused him to have a freak out that we were all very concerned about him. And then he falls asleep. And this creature appears out of nowhere, giving everyone else nightmares, yet the nightmares have left Felix. Could it be that a weak spiritual entity, or maybe a fragment of a demon, had at a very early age become bonded with Felix, causing him to have this nightmares while it kind of incubated inside him as kind of like a low-grade possession? And
Is this KC talking, or is this...
This is KC talking.
Okay.
And when it hit maturity and he had that traumatic episode, it chose that time to like make like a butterfly and kind of metamorphosize into this dreaming thingy that we're dealing with now. I mean, is that, I'm guessing here, guys. I don't know the supernatural. I'm just winging it.
Felix is going to get a really disturbed look as you say this. Oh, God. If that's the case, I'm a father.
Ah!
That is the creepiest thing that I would ever... If it ever approaches you and goes, Daddy?
Hi, Dad! How's it going? I'm your edgy self!
I'm your edge boy!
I'm your edgelord!
Felix
Oh,
gave birth
God.
to an edgelord. Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
Considering how it looks, I mean, this is the kind of picture M made for the creature.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have the picture in the background as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Huh. Handsome looking devil. An edgeling. Oh, God.
An edgeling.
Who said that? Who said that?
That would be Tigress. We'll give Tigress the credit for naming it an edgeling.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, edgeling. Okay.
The type of dream demon it is an edgeling.
Wait, so if the edgeling is your offspring, then we probably shouldn't kill it.
Well, no. The question: if his offspring is an edgeling, does
stop
that
saying
make him an edge
kind of-
lord?
It's kind of freaking me out a bit.
Can we please stop saying that it's from him?
Yeah, Felix is getting a little perturbed about this.
Okay, so is there any precedence of anything ever happening like this before? Looking at Jessica, kind of like,
Felix, you were gonna talk about your dream there?
Oh, yeah. It was really strange. There was this guy that, black-haired, dark-skinned guy there talking to me. He was telling me that he wished I hadn't gotten involved in this, and that now that he's able to talk to me, that he needs to teach me what I'll need to know there. Then he showed me how to do something with this kind of energy? I don't know what it was about. Like, he was having me do things like change the direction of the wind in the dream or something like that. And at one point, he had me do things like balance eggs with a spoon and stuff like that. It was really weird.
it was your dream Yoda.
Oh, God.
And
Casey!
What? I'm sorry. He was having you move things with wind. That sounds like telekinesis to me. And he was
Also,
telling you to balance eggs. I'm sorry, Dream Yoda.
Was it
Also,
Jessica that said Casey?
Also, yes, Felix?
Oh, as Felix is saying this, a little bit of dust is going to kind of, like, just poof up there. And, Felix is getting to look like he's about to sneeze there. While looking at Casey there to answer him.
Oh no.
And he lets out a very large sneeze in Casey's direction.
Let me guess, a gale force sneeze.
Oh no, Casey now has frosted eyelashes and frosted tips on his head. You also feel very cold now.
I'm gonna go ahead and like blink open my eyes as the icicles kind of break a little bit. Well, that's new. Snotsickles.
Felix is gonna look a little astonished there.
I don't think you were having a dream.
Yep. So he was having a dream Yoda helping him learn his force powers,
What
which
else
happened to
did
be
you
wind
learn?
and ice. I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaned up for the second time this morning. Be right back.
Casey, before you go, that little spot was a little to your left, kind of on your forehead and the hairline.
I'm gonna go find a mirror too because I want to know what the hell this is.
The bathroom's the furthest down the hall.
I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but thanks.
Not gonna lie, that one's new for me.
That was pretty cool. So what else?
Felix.
you
Felix
got?
is gonna shoot corporeal glare there for that one.
Felix.
That wasn't very chill, corporeal.
Oh god.
Yes, sorry.
Felix, did this man say anything else?
Not a whole lot. It was really more about warning me about, that I would need certain things if I was going to survive there.
What kind of certain things?
Something about the current threat needing, like, light and... What was it he said again?
Oh. Since it is a demon we're dealing with,
He said to bring light and crystals. So...
I'm thinking those crystals might be salt.
Something like that. It got really garbled towards the end.
They can't see this because I'm technically invisible, but Corporeal begins sweating a little bit at the mention of salt.
Ghost sweat. I hear that that's a very important component.
Also,
Isn't
he,
it ghost ectoplasm?
Yep, ghost ectoplasming.
he also drew attention to the forest for some reason. I don't quite remember where exactly. It kind of reminded me of something from my childhood, but I can't quite remember what it was.
She pulls out a map of the woods. This is what most people around the town know the woods to look like. I know that you like to explore the woods a lot more, though. So you probably know certain spots much better than most people. Here's a map.
Felix is gonna nod in agreement there.
Casey, are you okay over there?
I don't know. Is there anything unusual that I'm seeing as I'm getting my face cleaned up of all this snotsickles?
You see Zool staring back at you in the mirror. I'm kidding.
No.
I hope not.
You don't really see very much of anything new other than just like there's like a good bit of frost all over your face where the sneeze happened.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been really
Yeah.
funny if Korath was just waving at the mirror just on the other side.
Karath is not gonna show his face right now.
Okay. Now,
Oh, but he is there.
Casey Casey has dealt with Felix saying two things about something on his head twice now. He is going to look for whatever this supposed thing that Felix is seeing on his head.
I think he's seen some bits of egg left.
It was like right at the forehead and hairline, and it was starting to meld into the hairline.
And
dry there.
it's most likely frosted to the hair now.
I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hair a little bit in the sink until I'm sure it's gone.
You use extremely hot water, most likely.
So
Yes.
where was
Well, that might make it easier to get out, I suppose.
Yep. Yes, Felix?
Why was there egg in his hair?
Breakfast.
I'll let
was
Caporial
Okay.
explain.
That explains it. He just accepts this.
Speaking of which,
Casey, you've gotten all the egg out of your hair, by the way, and you're all cleaned up.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and use the hand towel to dry my hair as much as possible. And then head it back out.
As you lift your head away from drying in the towel, you notice quite a very strange picture framed to the wall.
Mm-hmm. What does it look like?
That's all.
It's...
It's just you see just a glimpse of a strange picture on the wall, and then you take a double take, and it's not there anymore.
Really?
Blue Casey is on the case.
Casey is on the case.
Do
at
I
all
need to
times.
roll to investigate a mystery? I don't know how I'm supposed to react to the mystery disappearing pictures.
I mean,
Oh,
one
that
of the best
egg.
ways to react there, Casey, is by using one of your moves that you have called Oops.
Fine. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, okay, so that's just the fucking... see. Oops. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, but not necessarily related to the immediate problem. I guess I use oops then.
Okay, you turn around to the wall that the picture frame was on,
Mm-hmm.
and as you place your hand directly on the place where the picture frame was, your hand goes through the wall and presses a button.
My hand goes through the wall and presses a... And I want to make sure I heard this correct. You said button, not butt, right?
Yes. I said-
Okay. Okay, because it sounded like it cut off the end there. Because if I just went ahead and went...
presses a ghost butt.
Casey basically seductively presses his hand through the wall, seductively rubs the wall, and then touches the butt.
Okay, there. Okay. You
Okay.
pressed a button and you hear a click. And then the wall to the left of where your hand went phasing through kind of like slides inward a bit and then opens up a small square nook,
Mm-hmm.
and you find a bone,
Okay,
a sharpened bone.
So a certain where dire wolf has been hiding her dog treats in the house. Okay, no, that's not what I'm going to say. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crack open the bathroom door. Jessica,
Yes?
could you come here, please?
She walks up and goes over. What? Oh,
Yeah.
what's this?
What's that? It looks like
Felix
a
is
bone
gonna-
shiv hidden in a
Felix is gonna
wall.
walk up.
Why is there a bone shiv hidden in the wall?
You're gonna have to ask Safe on that one.
Ask who now?
Oh, she's the dire werewolf?
I need to apologize to her, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Corporeal walks up.
Hi, Corporeal, what's up?
Also, is it just me, or is it kind of hot in here? My head kind of hurts.
Also, this kind of looks like a werewolf den.
It's a bathroom. There's a hole in the wall that revealed a bone that's sharpened.
No, it's not in the bathroom, it's in the hallway, outside of the bathroom.
Oh, it's in the hallway outside of the bed. So it's like a little hidden room for a Okay, so I obviously pictured this wrong because in my mind, I put my hand through the wall, clicked the button, and then like the medicine cabinet moved to the side, and there's this little tiny square, and there's a sharpened bone just sitting on like a little stand right there. That's what I pictured in my mind's eye. But it sounds like
It is like that, but it just move it away from the and outside of the door to the bathroom. Just move it.
only if it's a werewolf den, I'm assuming that it's not just a little cabinet that opened up. It's a whole other room that we didn't even know was there kind of opened up.
Yeah.
Felix
Okay.
is gonna pipe up here real quick. Of all the most awkward times to get a boner in the bathroom.
This is not the bone zone.
I
Okay?
swear.
Well, maybe it is the bone zone. I don't know.
We should just leave it alone because Safe might be. And then suddenly, Jessica gets cut off as Safe's voice comes in saying, "What are y'all doing in my room?"
Accidentally saw a strange picture, went ahead and reached for it and accidentally pushed a button and discovered things. Sorry. Going to respect your privacy now. Do I just press the button again to close that door?
Yes.
Does
Press the button.
Corporeal realize that she's a werewolf?
Well, everyone's been talking about it in front of Corporeal, so I would assume yes. And didn't Corporeal, has Corporeal gotten over her anger issues towards werewolves?
By the way, Felix is kind of freaking out about this once he realizes that Corporeal is there and realizes.
Corporeal starts to glow red, and then charge at Safe, and then bear hug her, and be like, "Your ears are so cool."
Oh, yeah, that's
way.
right.
Joking.
By the way, Felix was also trying to use his telepathy, but he realized that he can't do it.
Oh, boy.
So maybe not all werewolves are bad. You're kind of cool.
Meanwhile,
now.
Safe's over here like choking, not breathing, can't breathe, let go of me.
She realizes that she is killing Safe and releases.
Did I miss something here? I mean, I know I was out for a week, but huh?
You know, you're probably as lost as I am at the whole situation. I'm just going to go with the one thing that never changes is the things that always change and just let stuff happen.
Right.
So I'm guessing this means you can't hug me your ears for the holiday.
No.
Can I try?
Listen here, you little ghost.
By the way, while she's not paying attention, Felix is going to kind of walk up and start rubbing her ears.
She's just gonna go on speaking, like, not even paying attention to where Felix is. Just, listen here, you little ghost. I'm not gonna let you possess my body in order to have Halloween shenanigans. Stop that!
What's Your leg thumping at that.
No. Embarrassment, yes.
Okay, guys. Let's respect
Good
Safe's
Wolfie.
personal space, one. And two, you know, Corporeal, if you really want, I'm sure that the Scarlet Twins could go and whip up a glamour spell so you could look like you have wolf ears. If you really want to.
That would probably be the easier way to do it.
Well, maybe not exactly the easier way, but it would be a way to do it while also respecting Safe's personal space.
So Casey went into the bathroom, found an awkward boner there, and he found himself a safe space. Is that the situation?
Really? Really?
To think the mundane is the one that's actually, you know, sane about this whole thing. Oh wait, are you no longer mundane? I forget.
I don't know anymore. I'm just trying to go ahead and survive in this crazy magical world that I've been thrown into.
Hey, at least you haven't turned into a ghost yet.
Yes, let's delay that for as long as possible, please and thank you.
His fears.
That's just great. At which point I'm thinking, oh crap, just because I saw Jessica's dream, did she also see mine? Oh.
You didn't have one of those naked dreams, did you, Casey?
No, he was thinking that internally. He wasn't actually saying.
Oh, whoops,
that.
sorry.
Yeah, no. That was internal thoughts.
And remember, Felix, you don't have telepathy anymore.
Also,
Yeah, so-
his headache is getting worse at this point.
Is he mentioning it?
I did mention it at one point.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on, but my head just hurts.
Felix, how about you go lie down on the couch?
That's probably a good idea.
Maybe I can fix you something to drink. Maybe grab you some headache medicine.
Maybe the headache medicine. I don't feel like eating or drinking much right now.
Maybe just a glass of water to make the pills go down easier then.
As Felix is walking to the couch, he kind of collapses to his knees there.
Jessica immediately runs over.
Felix is now seeing an unusual world right now.
What?
I'll link you what I'm talking about here.
When the storyteller themselves is confused.
Oh! Okay. Oh. Hold on.
O'Reilly's.
I knew that was coming. I don't know why. I knew that was coming.
Not sponsored, being very clear, but I mean, come on. Everybody's heard that jingle at this point.
Yes. Such is their corporate.
There it is.
Such as a corporate.
But you haven't had to.
No, this is just kind of helping explain what's going on there with Felix.
Ah, okay.
So I'm just describing how it's manifesting at this point. So right now, Felix is getting a rather unusual view of the world right now, and you can see Corporeal as if she was a solid entity.
Okay.
He also sees Casey with a sword on his back for whatever reason, and kind of covered in mud and blood, but a rather heroic grin on his face as well.
Oh, God bless.
He sees Safe as kind of like extremely frustrated about something. And Jessica is a lot more harried looking than what she's typically showing.
That should be turned around. Safe should be the one that is more hairy looking, and Jessica should be the one that's a bit more frustrated.
I'm just describing what Felix is kind of seeing.
Okay.
He's also seeing a lot of things swirling around them, unusually enough, in a multitude of colors. This happens for about a minute or so, and then suddenly he finds himself staring at the ground.
Felix, are you okay?
Yeah, what happened?
You kinda passed out. You notice you're on the couch now.
Hmm.
I
He
think we
tries
should get rid
to-
of this demon pretty quickly.
He tries to describe what he saw, but it just kind of comes out as gibberish, like he's crazy or something.
Felix, just calm down. I think we need to actually kill the demon here pretty soon.
Right.
I thought we established though that the demon is basically Felix's offspring.
Can we please not bring that back up?
Can we stop with that?
So, could we... Okay. We need to find a way to banish the edgeling in a way that causes no further harm to others or Felix. I mean, since we seem to know so precious little about it, just outright trying to stabby it to death might cause worse things to happen.
Felix did come in with information of how to get rid of it, at least. Though.
Please refresh my memory. I must have missed that part. Was that before
Oh,
or
yeah, you
after
were
I
in the
got
bathroom.
snot-sickled?
You were in the bathroom!
Oh, well, please.
Jessica informs you that you guys need to get salt and lots of it, and
Okay.
any sort of lights whatsoever. Most likely floodlights to put on your
So-
van.
We can lighten the edgeling by assaulting it.
I am so proud of you, Casey.
Jessica, don't kill me!
Get out!
I'll be heading to the grocery store to go ahead and get some salt. Be right back.
I'm gonna help Casey get the lights and hook him up to his van.
I think Caporio should go with you.
I'm going for maximum lumens.
This strikes me as a bright idea.
Caporio tags along, shrugs and just tags
Hey,
along.
we're just trying to lighten the mood.
Jessica just force pushes all three of you out.
What's she so salty about?
Damn it.
Felix is like cracking up over this.
Okay. Beautiful. So,
I'm assuming we all get into the van.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this too.
If you guys don't mind, I've been meaning to stop by the bookstore at some point.
I'm sure we can stop along the way.
Bruisin' Books definitely does have salt. Just saying.
Well, no,
you know,
he
honestly,
wants to
I'm
give
betting
some
they
magic
have
items.
some magically fortified salt, which would probably be more effective than normal salt, right?
Occult salt.
Cult salt. Oh, Jesus.
I don't want to
No,
know
salt
how
makes it
salt
safe, right?
becomes a cult. I really don't, because it sounds like it might have to go through a certain initiation process that I don't want to think about.
Now with 100% goat blood.
Yeah. Why is this salt red?
No reason.
Does that make it better or worse for banishing demons? I don't know.
Oh, you
I
want
don't know
to
if you
banish
guys can-
demons. Sorry.
I don't know if you guys can or cannot
Oh,
hear
we
it.
can hear it
Okay.
quite clearly, Em.
Yep,
Is it too loud?
A little bit.
a little bit.
It turned down. That good?
Okay,
Much
I
better.
like Tigress's idea. Maybe they have premix salt, so just chlorine gas and sodium.
Whoa. Whoa, let's not. Stream can't hear. Okay. So
The stream didn't hear the music.
okay.
Oh, ooh. Thanks for letting us know there.
Yeah, no. Let's stay away from chlorine gas for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm. That's really bad. Don't do it, children.
Okay, so yeah, we don't need any weapons of mass destruction here. So try the music
Would that even
again.
work against it?
All right, a little louder.
Test 1, 2. Check, check. Trolls in a tantrum cause terrible trouble.
All right, the stream should be able to hear the music just fine at that volume level.
So you guys are now on the hunt, and you're going to the auto store to like pick up new lights for your van there, Casey?
Mm-hmm. I do have full auto saying they can't hear, but I mean the volume levels for the music are coming through just a little quieter than the voice, so I would say you may need to turn your volume up there full auto then. Because if M cranks it up anymore, it's going to be hard to hear our voices over the music.
That is a definite.
I'm willing to go ahead and hear second opinions if it's just on full auto set.
Yeah, I can hear it on stream.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Yay, sound tuning.
Sorry. I know we should have probably done that post-stream, but we couldn't
You
really.
mean pre-stream.
Pre-stream, post-stream, stream. Anyhow.
Pre-stream is before, post-stream is after.
Mountain stream is during.
Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing
I love you all.
is...
So what are you thinking about doing to your van to get floodlights on it?
So, of course, changing out the headlights for some like 8,000 lumen full-on, you know, those floodlights that they give you like a battery pack and everything for that are supposed to like chase away any shadows. Just swapping out the headlights for that. But if I can find some used stage lights.
Felix is gonna look for those setup lights, you know, the ones that you can set up on stands and all that.
Yeah.
And he's gonna start attaching them to the roof.
The
That's what I was
mechanic
thinking.
that is also helping you out, because I'm assuming you went to an auto shop,
Yeah.
is named Lex.
So, what
Oh,
I'm thinking...
hey Lex, how's it going today?
Doing pretty good.
I'm thinking...
Business has been slow.
Oh,
you
by the way,
have-
thanks for... Sorry, I keep interrupting Melt. I'm gonna leave him.
It's okay, go ahead. Let me know when you're done.
Poor Mel.
Okay, Mel, go on.
No, it's...
No, Mel, come on.
Okay.
Casey, speak. Damn it.
So...
Oh, music is loud in stream.
Everyone keeps saying
Poor Mel! Leave him alone!
Okay. Mel, would you like to speak? Everyone else shut the heck up.
Are we sure? I know there's at least one person that is containing themselves
God
and
damn it, Casey,
wants to
just
say
speak.
something right now, the second I start talking.
Just speak. Speak, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for a cheap, like, roof-mounted bike rack kind of thing to give us strong mounting points for the lights. And then I'm
Okay.
going to go and look for some, like, you know, used stage or floodlights that we can use, maybe clamps or something to clamp them onto that structure to give us supports. And then go ahead and, you know, run wires through, like, a side window or the back window of the van to the electrical system inside. and then rigging it all up to a switch. And then
Okay.
possibly having a extra battery just in case.
Casey's going to kind of pipe up and mention that they're remodeling what the school auditorium, and there might be some spare floodlights that we could snag from there.
Ooh, that would be a good place.
Corporeal also has an idea.
Mm.
You know those skylights that shine huge beams up into the sky to attract people's attention to events?
We have the bat signal. Oh, great.
That's a
What
little
if
bit too much for a van.
What if we mount that on the top on a swivel with a hole in the roof and kind of use it like a machine gun mount, except it's a light mount?
That's a bit too much for a van. I'm gonna retcon
I'm
that
just
right
waiting
now
until
and say
we
no.
find like one of
Have
those
you
low
seen this van?
overpass bridges that has like a low clearance, and I forget that it's on top of the van.
Lex helps you all out with getting everything wired up and all good and prepped. And Felix, I assume that you know Lex personally because he probably taught you how to properly tinker around with automotive stuff.
Well, he can also sees him frequently because he's kind of one of the few sources for bike parts.
Yes.
And he, likes to keep his bike in good order. Because breaking down when a werewolf is chasing him is never a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, and of course, I mean, according to chat, we should not forget all the duct tape to make sure everything's held together nice and good.
He gives you 3 rolls of spare duct tape.
Yay.
Okay, so are you going over to the Scarlet Twins now?
Hey, how much should I go ahead and deduct from my personal funds for this first?
For the automobile stuff?
Yes.
200.
Felix is chipping in, so it's only 100 for each of us.
Okay, so
Okay.
it is only 100 for both of you.
Yeah.
And last I knew, I only had 400 for after buying the book. So how much do we have from past missions?
Casey and Felix, I believe you had 1,000 from the last mission.
So 1,400.
Yes.
And I'm deducting that 100, so that's the actual what I have left now.
Okay.
Is 1,300, yes. So you guys all go up to the Brews and Books.
All right. I'm sure that if we need zip ties, we'll be able to find zip ties perfectly fine, Tigress. But thank
Yeah,
you
just
for-
check the hardware store. We can get our zip ties there.
You don't really need zip ties, just saying here.
Yeah,
But
you never
how
know.
are we going to cable manage without zip ties?
Who are you talking to, Casey? I'm kidding.
That was out of character.
I know.
Yeah, I know you know. Okay.
Okay.
So, off to Brews and Books.
Not
Go
that
off
was
to
the crazy one.
Y'all go off to Brews and Books, and suddenly Felix disappears.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, no.
Felix.
You accidentally exited out of Roll20, bud.
What?
You
You're not
exited
in
out of
roll-
Roll20.
There you go.
Oh.
You're back.
There was I was on the chat window. For whatever reason, it booted me off for a second, then brought me back in. I don't know what happened there exactly.
Okay.
That's strange and weird and weird and strange. And you all step into Brews and Books with looking like you have a mission on your hands, which you do.
Felix rematerializes. I'm kidding.
Felix does rematerialize.
The power of zip ties compels you.
I love you all. You get as much salt as you possibly can, which is about, I would say, 2 very large pounds.
So, what's with the different colors of salt? I mean, you have pink salt, blue salt, red salt.
The pink salt is the strongest salt. The blue salt is for water demons, and the red salt is for things.
Oh,
Corporeal
summoning
decides
things.
she doesn't
Gotcha.
like. Corporeal decides she doesn't like this conversation and goes off to the other side of the store.
By the way, you seem I'm talking to the younger sister. You seem a lot happier than usual. What's been going on lately?
I went on a date.
He's gonna can picture her shooting glares at her sister.
And my sister decided to try and tag along.
Oh, I see. I'm happy for you. I was going to ask you, what items do you have available?
Oh, nothing too new yet. We have come into recent possession of a ring that helps monstrous people turn back into, well, not back into human, but it helps with disguising them into humans.
Oh, where'd you get that? A friend of ours just lost hers.
I believe Azazel came by and sold it to us.
What?
Well, didn't really sell. He just gave it to us, knowing that we would.
Can we turn down the music a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
Yeah. Just a touch.
Thank you.
Azazel came by and gave us the ring.
Corporeal perks up and looks on over.
It's really the only thing we have in stock right now.
Hmm.
Everything else has kind of been in storage or needing to get uncursed.
Oh, can you do me a favor though before you before I buy this for Corporeal there?
Hmm?
He's going to whisper in her ear there.
It's okay, Fallows. It's not a big deal. And Casey has an idea.
Oh, yes, of course, Casey. Yes, Felix. Of course. That'll be great.
Okay, and how much?
Oh, honey, it's only gonna be 250.
Oh, okay. He'll cough up the money there.
Please tell me he doesn't literally cough up the money.
No, instead he's going
Tendency for
to.
illusion magic.
Instead, he's going to sneeze again, and another blast of cold air comes out.
Someone's magically intoned.
What?
Intuned?
Considering he snot-sickled me earlier, I think we need to go ahead and give him something for that cold he has.
At this, Felix is going to. Felix is going to point a finger at him and, remembering what the guy in his dream told him, try and direct energy at Casey.
Roll your weird.
And the combat begins.
Oh god.
You're pointing the finger at him!
Oh, God.
Oh.
Mark experience. Instead of having a blast of cold air and frost go to KC, it's on Felix's arm. Entire arm.
So it kind of backfires and chills his arm.
Eeth.
I missed. That's unusual. He's kind of just looking at his arm. He's not really paying attention that it's cold. He's just like, what? I can do that?
Anyhow.
I knew you needed to chill out, but come on, man.
I mean, what's going on here?
Anyhow. I'm pretty sure you all have your items, correct? And Corporeal, you now have a ring.
Felix never got to finish the conversation about the knife.
No, you never did. And
Okay, so
I would assume that first we're gonna solve Corporeal's issue here.
yeah, let's do that.
One thing at a time.
Please. You
Corporeal.
scatterbrain teens.
You know what? Since there's a lot of things going on at once, I'm going to step away to make myself a fresh cup of tea real quick while you guys handle things. So I'll be right back, folks.
Good idea.
Literal
Corporeal.
tea time.
Corporeal.
Yes.
Felix has given you the ring.
She's beaming with joy and then slides it on.
As you slide it on, you feel 2 different attachments now upon your head and your tailbone.
Hmm?
Are you gonna touch your head?
I reach for whatever just attached itself to my tailbone.
It's big fluffy tail.
Ah! Woohoo!
I had a few additions made to this ring.
Thank you. She gives you a hug.
You should look in the mirror and take a look there.
Big fluffy
walks-
tail, big fluffy ears.
She
Like
walks
Maine
for the
Coon
bathroom.
kind of cat. You got Maine Coon tufts on ears, and Maine Coon cat, like big and fluffy. It's really big, real fluff. Big fluff. Very fluff. Much wow. Okay, so, Felix, are you gonna work on anything with the Scarlet Twins currently?
Well, he wants to ask about the knife since he kind of flipped out there.
Okay.
So I don't quite remember what happened when I was here last time, but I was asking about this knife here. What does it do exactly?
Oh, that's your foci.
Foci?
Well, that's your father's foci, but that's a foci.
My father was a magic user.
Yeah. In fact, he was a frost magic user.
That was the mother.
Alright. He's a forest magic user.
Huh. I didn't know that. Well, I don't really know much about my father anyways, but...
He used that
So-
knife as his foci, a few gestures and incantations every occasional while, too.
So, if I were to use this and to channel energy... I'm gonna do a weird roll with the plus forward for the foci.
Okay. Whoa, that's a 10.
And he's kind of pointing at Corporeal.
Who is busy not even realizing this and is like petting the ears to see if it feels real.
It does feel real. It feels very real. In fact, you remember Romeo there, Toast?
Yeah.
That soft.
Oh. She's also trying to determine if, like, it's an ear attachment or, like, it's become part of her somehow.
You suddenly feel a light blast of cold on your back now.
By the way, to the audience, Romeo is the name of a cat that I used to own. Well, not really my cat, my mom's cat.
Big old fluffy cat.
He's a big fluff ball. I miss him. Anyhow. Yes, Corporeal, you feel very cold now. Very frosty.
Sorry about that, Corporeal.
She turns around, looks at you, twitches an ear and goes, "Did you just frost me?"
Accidentally. I didn't realize I can actually use magic.
It's kind of cool. And then she goes back to testing out her new ears.
Felix is gonna do the double gun A gesture.
So yes, you can focus your energies of magic on your knife there. Well,
Huh.
at least until you find your father. Then he can help you with getting your own foci.
Oh, one of the audience said Romeo is kawaii.
Kawaii.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you. Romeo's a big boy now, too. He's like, I don't know, 7 years old? He's Maine Coon Siamese, so if you can find a picture of that, it's adorable as heck. Blue eyes, everything.
Oh, they brought up a good point. Do I still have my normal ears, or have the cat ears become ears?
No, they're real ears. It looks honestly more like a headband, and you can actually materialize and dematerialize them whenever you're out in public.
I believe that's a thing that the DM needs to say.
All right. Okay. So what did I miss?
Oh, I have cat ears.
He's got
Corporeal.
Corporeal has cat ears and a cat tail. That's really fluffy, like a Maine Coon's. Cat ears and cat
Basically,
tail.
Corporeal became a cat girl, completing you as the magical girl.
The
Oh,
cat ears
God.
and cat tail do not. They look kind of real, but they also look like they're part of a headband for costume-wise, since it is kind of, getting to the month of Christmas here pretty soon. It's Thanksgiving time, so you're really close to there on that regard, holiday-wise. And Felix had tested out his foci, which is his dad's knife, and frosted corporeal. That's basically what had happened.
Okay.
She thought it was very cool.
And Felix did the whole double gun. Ayy!
I swear this whole game needs to chill.
Stay frosty, Casey.
I see what you did there. What is that music?
That's the goof-off music when you guys are goofing off.
Okay, so how much salt can we acquire? And
You've
which
gotten
salt
two-
is the best?
You've gotten 2 pounds of the red salt.
Okay. Is that the best for our situation?
That is the best for your situation as of right now. She's also the girls have also given you 1 pound of regular salt because that'll help you really good as well.
Okay.
Salt in general is good.
Now,
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, can I stop by my place? There's a few things I need to pick up.
sure we can, but before we leave, I'm thinking of having the salt wrapped in small little bundles of fabric, about the size maybe of like a quarter.
Okay.
And then that fabric will open up on impact, so you kind of could go ahead and take like this
For the
little thing.
potato gun.
Yeah, Em, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. If we can go ahead and then make an air-pumped potato gun and load the little packages of salt, we could go ahead and have, a salt potato gun shotgun. Does this sound like a good idea to everybody else?
This sounds like a wonderful idea.
We should also create a mount for a potato gun for the roof there.
I'm thinking we could
The
just
potato gun's just gonna be mobile. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can create more than one potato gun.
I'm
like
sure
a larger
that we can open the
turret-mounted
back
one.
of the van and shoot out of that if we're really on the run.
Just
But-
keep the salted potatoes pointed away from you.
What, you
I
don't
think
like
so,
salty
too.
potatoes?
I really don't like salty potatoes. They're too salty.
Corporeal's a ghost. Remember?
Ooh. So do not use the salt potato shotgun on the corporeal ghost thing. Got it.
Yeah, I don't want to know what happens when that much salt is applied at such high velocity.
Lunico, I would love to go ahead and do a birthday stream for you on Monday, but go ahead and send me a message on Discord. So, because I use my Discord direct messages to kind of use them as reminders of things that people want to go and do with me. If you say it in a live chat, I'll definitely talk about it, but it might slip my memory unless you DM me on Discord. And congrats on being almost a teenager.
Yeah. Being a tween.
Mm.
Okay.
Where
So-
are we getting the components for the potato gun? And what do I owe Books and Brews before we leave?
Well, since Brews and Books actually has a potato gun of their own because it seems to be a popular choice of weaponry for certain people. They have one on hand, and they have several of the ammo that you are requesting for it.
So apparently, I'm like, here's an original thought, and they're like, it's really not that original. We get it all the time. We have a spare in the back. You could borrow it. Just don't break it and bring it back. Sure.
Bring it back with a full tank.
What?
You can keep this one. It just costs the potato gun itself costs 100, and the ammo for it to have it like be that certain way inside the cloth, is gonna be like about 50 per 10.
Okay.
$50 per 10 of the ammo.
$50 for 10 of the ammo. So if I want to basically buy 5 rounds, it's going to cost me $250 plus the $100 for the potato gun itself.
Or we could load the salt up ourselves.
I'm not helping with that.
It's okay. We'll make sure that you're never at the business end of the potato shotgun. In fact, you could be on the other end, being the one firing it. That should keep you definitely out of the line of fire.
She can't
That
touch the
sounds
ammo.
fun.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to if she's just pulling the trigger, right?
We could
She'll
set
need
it up
to
with like a
reload
hopper.
it, won't she?
Wouldn't it be hilarious having a ghost banish someone using salt
Yes.
from a potato shotgun?
Good job.
We need to somehow create a potato hopper to auto reload it though for the next shot.
Think of it loading as a Nerf gun. Like you
Okay.
have the ammo, shells, and everything in the
So
magazine.
it
and you
has
put it in
a
there.
magazine which all the ammo would be loaded into. So, okay, with 5 rounds and the gun itself, I am officially broke.
Okay.
So, cash on hand for Casey, investing into this mystery, has dwindled to a nada.
0.
Yeah.
To a 0. Okay. Everyone has their stuff. I believe Felix wants to go over to his house.
Absolutely.
So, you all
Corporeal
goodbye.
you can drive.
What?
Casey, you cool if I drive?
No.
Just a little bit.
No.
There is no little bit.
You have a hard time with eggs in a fridge. I think that there is like some stipulation that ghosts shouldn't operate motorized vehicles. Just like if you're under the influence of a sedative, you shouldn't operate motorized vehicles. I'm just saying. I mean, how often do you see ghosts driving?
Well, me personally, like, I'm not that old, so
Okay.
I haven't seen that many
Which
drive yet.
which do you see driving a vehicle more? The average person or a ghost?
The average person.
And there's reasons for that. Because the average person, if they're a really bad driver, that's how they become a ghost. Then they stop driving because they were really bad at driving. So,
Okay.
let's let the person that's not a ghost drive.
I get it.
So you all are driving over to Felix's aunt's house, which is Felix's house, and you are... Corporeal, you should recognize the front lawn pretty dang well.
I do.
Does any memories come to this?
Oh.
I feel like I'm missing something.
No. No, you're not. I'm just trying to mess with you. Anyhow,
Corporeal is just busy contemplating how car crash caused her to become a ghost.
Felix, you go inside the house and you get... What are you getting?
Felix grabs a bandolier, basically. That has a variety of shotgun shells loaded into it. He's also going to grab the pump action and pop a couple rounds into it. And then he is going to grab some of the hardware and mount a spotlight onto the front of his bike. And then he's going to stick the bike in the back of the van.
Okay. I would also assume that you got flashlights for everyone.
Naturally.
There was
Okay.
a question in the live chat from Lunico. Hold on. How long has the ghost been a ghost? Have we answered that? How long has Corporeal been ghost?
She assumes all of her life, but Corporeal's been a ghost for about now 4 months.
Oh, I thought it was yours for some reason. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. It was about 4 months.
Okay.
It's been 4 months.
And Toast, is that you in my live chat?
Joshua Christopherson.
I don't know how to switch
2
it.
plus 2. I know how to add. Something looks like a 4 here. How Corporeal died is still a mystery, Lunico. That might show up in future streams. We'll see.
Yeah, that is a mystery that you all have not noticed yet.
Well,
Also, I forgot to mention that Corporeal, your locket did glow when you stepped into Brews and Books, but it now is no longer glowing. Just letting you know that. Anyhow, getting back to the plot of things.
Also, Felix is going to bring the illusion book with him and put on his illusion glove.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't need the illusion book as much anymore. He's kind of just already got the illusion magic down.
We'll say it's like a +1 forward if he has to if he uses the book alongside his magic.
Alrighty. So, you all are driving over to the forest now? In the van?
What time of day is it?
It is now 12:30.
Okay.
Afternoon or night?
Afternoon.
Because it was 3 a.m. earlier. I don't think we've blown an entire day.
Well, I mean, you guys woke up at around 8.
Oh. Okay. Well, okay.
After the nightmare scene between you and Jessica there, Casey.
And Lunico, I totally agree.
Shush! Shush, I'm not kawaii, I don't know what you talk about. I'm darkness, grar! Anyhow, I'm assuming that Felix is in the passenger seat next to Casey,
Holding a shotgun.
Yes, also trying to guide Casey to where the spot is that Felix is remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Corporeal is in the back making a makeshift hopper for potatoes.
You realize that we have... Okay. We bought 5 magazines that just snap on that are full of the special salt ammo, so you don't need a hopper, right?
Corporeal looks up. Oh.
Yep.
And then just kind of tosses it out.
So those canisters there, snap onto that, you pull that crank, and then push that trigger. And when the canister empties, you rinse and repeat.
She loads up one and fires it at the back door just to kind of test it.
You load one what?
one of the canisters into the potato gun and shoots the back door with it.
You mean the canister's full of salt?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
inside a vehicle that she's in while we're driving.
Caporio realizes this was a bad idea.
Before or after you pull the trigger?
Just before.
So wait, am I getting this right? That the ghost, of whom is deadly allergic to salt,
Lethally so.
has shot one of the salt things.
At the back door.
I'm assuming. Okay. I'm assuming that me and Felix are in the front seats, and that Corporeal's back is probably the back of the front seats, pointing the gun towards the back doors, which I'm assuming are latched shut and not swinging free open. And of course, those also have. Those also, the back doors, I'm assuming, have windows in them, which can be broken.
Corporeal,
So
I
Let's
need
see
you
how good
to
of a
act
shot I
under
am.
pressure. Roll your cool, please.
Oh, cool. +1.
9. The ammo explodes on the roof, just above the window of the back doors, and some salt is coming your way.
Oh wait, no, I should roll something else first before I do that.
What are you-
Okay, it fails. I was going to notice this and Felix was going to try and throw up an ice wall, but I failed my cool roll.
Yes. Mark an experience for your cool. But yeah, some salt is coming your way there, Corporeal. You did this upon yourself.
do I hear and notice this?
I don't know. Would you like to roll? Not your cool, by the way. It's not your cool. It would be your sharp to notice
Oh,
this.
me? Or him? Okay, yeah.
Everyone. I'm letting Okay, you notice this, Casey.
Corporeal, glove box, hide in it.
Do what?
Hide in the glove box.
Oh,
I'm
I just
assuming
realized
ghosts
something.
can go ahead and make herself really small and hide in the glove box because the
I
less
would
likely,
like. Sorry.
it'd be the less likely place to get assaulted right about now.
Salt is flying directly at you, Corporeal. You
Glove
might
box
want to act
seems
fast.
Should I probably roll act under pressure to take the ring
Yes.
and put myself into the glove box?
Yes.
That's cool, isn't it?
That is cool. Please roll your cool there, Corp.
There's still like a hand poking out of the glove box.
I can't get it to latch shut!
Listen here, okay? Listen here. Corporeal, you do manage to take off the ring in time, but a little bit of the salt touches your leg. You take 1 harm from it.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, I had harm on here still? Was that harm still there because we've rested?
No, the harm was not still there. You have 1 harm.
Okay, cool.
Corporeal, I don't think you thought your cunning plan through fully.
No.
I just hear this little from the glove box. It's, no.
And then she successfully finishes closing the glove box.
Okay. Now, if you can all put your attention to the 3 figures that are on the map, and I had to deduct 1 health from Corporeal. Don't move yet.
I was trying to go into the glove box.
I'm assuming that the purple is the van.
Purple is the van, yes.
Okay.
I always had the van be purple. I'm sorry.
It's okay. As long as we don't go ahead and start writing Mystery Machine on the side of it.
Felix may have done that at one point with his illusion magic.
No, remember, he still has free candy illusion.
And it's still covered with mud.
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. Felix will dismiss it.
So, are we all ready for this battle?
Battle?
Oh, I suppose. I will have my flame staff and my ice bat on hand.
I really hope everyone is prepared for this.
Felix has
Dude,
his shotgun in one
Corporeal
hand and... Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, here Corporeal load in another. I am ready.
Felix has his shotgun in hand and the ritual knife on his hip.
I'm also going to assume that you all have kind of waited until nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And
Whatever
it is-
Felix feels the best time.
I get the feeling that we best wait until dark. I vaguely remember walking here in the dark when I was a child. I don't remember what happened, though.
Oh, how many canisters of the potato salt gun do I have?
There were 5 total canisters.
So I got 4
I
shots.
don't know how many shots you get per canister, though.
I find it kind of amusing that we have the ghost with the flippin'
Yeah.
salt canister.
You got 4 left.
I got 4 left. One per canister.
Yes. One per
Okay.
canister. Because it's a kind of area of effect sort of thing.
It laid on the chat there, but apparently Tigress thinks we should have red and have flames on the van so it goes faster.
I cannot do that. I apologize. You would have to ask Casey on that note. But here we are. It is now. The clock now strikes 11
Okay.
at night.
Oh.
And if my... Okay, that's great. Thanks, Roll20. You're being quite awesome here. Bloop. There. You see
Oh boy.
the cat figure.
This whole time Felix was like playing with ice balls, just like moving, flipping it through his fingers and all that.
It's gotten a little big.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. Are you all gonna get out of your car now?
Felix, your kids are growing up really fast.
I do have salt shotgun rounds. Don't make me use them.
Never mind. Didn't we rig the van with the tunnel lights?
Yep.
I lean over to Casey and say, punch it.
Okay, I'm gonna angle the van appropriately and light up its life.
Light them up.
The floodlights hit to about this much before the darkness around the circled area kind of just is all, no, you can't do that sort of thing.
So there's still... This encircled area seems to have a supernatural level of darkness that's not willing to obey the laws of illumination.
Mm-hmm.
I blame the Illuminati.
That's an illuminating opinion.
Whose bright idea was that?
Well, if we don't stop, we're going to fade into darkness here. Okay. So I cannot in any way get the light to do any better of a job of...
Not as far as you can tell, you cannot get any more light inside the black circle that is surrounding the cat. which, by the way, is looking directly at you with intense force and smiling very devilly.
Okay, so either.
Well, we have its attention.
Oh yes, yes. So, how do we go about do this? Do we have to shove it into the light, or what? It's your edgeling, Felix. How are we handling this?
Felix is gonna flick an ice ball at Casey. A tiny one, just kind of like tossing a pebble at him. I'm trying to figure out what the heck that circle's all about. I don't remember a circle here. If we can, maybe we should try and get close and see what we can do to that.
So, is this a
Also,
part where
since
we
combat-
read into a bad situation?
I
This
would
would probably be
assume
good, yeah.
this would be a good start for reading to a bad situation.
Okay, and that's what, sharp?
Yep.
I mean, thank you. Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't find my chart. I'm not very sharp.
I think you still have negative sharp, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could easily do better than us. We both got 6s. Oh wait, no. You.
I got a
Six,
9.
6. Okay.
Okay. So
So,
the only person that would have any insight would probably be Felix.
Casey and Corporeal, please mark experience.
Yeah, we
Felix. Felix, you have a 9, so you get to hold 1 and it can be spent on asking the following questions. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims?
What's the best way to protect the victims, i.e. us?
The best way to protect the victims in this situation would be to assault the big monster that is looking directly at y'all.
Okay, Felix is going to hop out of the car and pop off a shotgun shell in its direction.
All right. If Felix is giving out, I'm gonna get out with him, and just be off to his side in case this thing decides to go
But
a la melee.
before y'all do that, can y'all click your icons and then click the turns button down in the left-hand corner?
Turns button.
What?
Do you...
Oh, if you do one click, then there's this button.
It'll
Oh,
ask what your cool
turns.
value is.
Not. Oh.
Right-click.
Enter a value into. Is it
Your
the
cool
red?
value in this case.
It's your cool value.
Okay.
But that's not the thing. I already have the that's your health bar that you're looking at.
Okay.
So it's a right click.
So right click, add turn.
How did you guys get 0?
I
They
don't
don't
know.
have 0, they don't have the button. They don't have the macros on.
Oh,
Which is another thing that I really wish I would have been able to find out. But
How do I
We
turn
could
the
just roll
macros
dice.
on?
I don't know. I would have to ask the
Hang on.
professional person that I know and love.
macros is, the little hamburger-looking menu with the 3 dots next to it?
The what?
Okay, in the top right corner, sorry, there will be the chat, there will be a newspaper-looking thing, there will be a jukebox, and then there will be the macros.
You mean the collection? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Add
in
macro.
bar. Turns. Input cool value. Submit.
There you go.
What? One command per line. How do I put in the roll?
Okay, so go to collections, and then under the title macros, there'll be a turns macro where you can click the die right there. And then it'll ask you your cool value, and then you just put it in. Okay. Were you able to find the collections section in the upper right-hand corner?
Yeah, and I have the macros turns.
Okay, you see the die right next to the turns, right?
Oh! And then I put in my cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think Toast had his character token selected when he did that.
I did not.
Yeah, you have to have your character.
It is fine. I can manually put it in.
Okay.
But it is the number 6.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you got it now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Done.
What is with all the lines appearing all over the place?
I was trying to get the light, quote unquote, to be more accurate.
Instead of being a tunnel, more like a cone?
Yes, but that's gonna most likely be turned off at the moment.
Okay.
So, those are the turns.
Yay for having a 0 cool and rolling a 1 at the same time. Do I mark an experience for failing at turn order?
No.
No.
All it determines is who goes first, basically.
So who's gonna be more reactive than the others?
You should also roll to see if
Demon Kitty get a turn order?
Oh yes, that's right.
you need to roll for the demon kitty.
Yay, 0!
It's not 0, dorks.
She just included it, I think.
Mm-hmm. We're getting better at this. We are. I swear.
Yeah, we're just testing out new systems.
Yeah.
Cheshire Bat? I suppose.
5. $2d6. There. Okay. Cool. So, the cat got a 5, and that's all great and dandy. So, Felix, you are in the fray first.
Okay, Felix is going to kind of pop the shotgun kind of around the corner there. Kind of using the van as cover.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pop off a salt. This is a kind of a supernatural round he whipped up. It has a mixture of salt, iron, and silver mixed into it.
Ooh.
How far are you from the... You're pretty
Okay, so
dang far.
Let's go
True.
ahead and get some space because we need to understand space. Each square accounts for 5 feet, 1 feet, 10 feet.
Each square accounts for 5 feet. If you're going 1 square, you are going 5 feet forward.
60 feet is how far away Felix is from it.
Yeah.
And he's more popping it at the barrier rather than just to see if it goes through. He's not actually aiming at the cat thing.
And I do believe that shotguns are...
I believe a bird shot would have like a maximum range of like 100 feet or something like that.
Not trying to be accurate here, love, but I am looking at shotguns, and it's more of a close range rather than a far within this moment. It is also loud and messy. So I'm thinking that you won't be able to get any, like, actual shooting down.
Okay, then I'm going to sling magic at it instead. just to see what happens.
What kind of magic are you trying to sling over to it?
Well, not sling over to it. I'm actually going to put up a wall, kind of around the van area, so it kind of protects us.
So you're putting a magical barrier?
Yep.
Okay. Ice wall?
Grants us all +1 there.
As long as we're behind the wall, of course.
Yeah. So let me roll.
That was
weird
wrong
here.
layer. Yeah. Yeah, you should totally roll weird.
Oh yeah.
10. Okay.
And I'll kind of mark where I kind of want the wall. Oh, that works.
And since one of our own does have to go within 2 minutes, I'm going to say cliffhanger.
So we're
Yum.
literally, we tuned up for combat, we got initiative roll and everything, and that's where we're going to cut the stream.
Yes.
Right as the monster's gonna charge.
Because I was trying to hint maybe you guys shouldn't go goof around too much, but I was just gonna let you guys have your fun, you know?
It's us. We'll try to behave, but the goofs are gonna happen. I'm sorry.
It's part of the fun.
I know it's part of the fun. That's why I'm liking to pick at you and prod and be all, hey, a monster thing is coming. Are you sure you want to do that?
Reminds me of one of my
Alright.
worst nightmares. I woke up from right as the monster was charging me. I woke up.
Okay. So yes, that is gonna be the stream. We're all gonna be okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this lovely classical little image in there. Let's see here. Oh, if I could just get this window to readjust. There we go. Throw that up there. Alright, folks, so thank you for joining us for this episode of Dark Shadows. I'm going to be bringing the stream down now. We will go ahead and, I believe, since we're doing this every other Saturday, are we going to be good to go and pick this back up Saturday after next? Same bat time, same bat channel?
Yep.
Sounds good for me.
All right,
Oh,
folks.
yeah.
Thank you again.
Did you
for
just say same bat channel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was
Quick,
a reference.
The bat tube.
Since you're Emmy the Bat Mom.
I like it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll be back at the Bat Cave next time.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. As always, stay frosty, and we'll see you again next time.